Finally, the highly anticipated show Portals to Hell debuted on the Travel Channel tonight, featuring Jack Osborne and Katrina Wildman. Like I said in my previous video, I'm not familiar with Jack Osborne, but I was somewhat impressed on how he carried himself throughout this show. Katrina did a great job as well. She brought a little bit more energy than her past show, Paranormal Lockdown. This episode took place in Alaska, where they investigate this old hotel that is over 100 years old, the Alaskan. Creepy hotel to say the least. The energy at this hotel is insane. People have seen apparitions, been touched, groped, and witnessed poltergeist activity. As soon as Jack and Katrina step into the hotel, the EMF detector just spikes out of control. And then they check into the hotel, and Katrina specifically checks in to 219. Now, room 219 has a dark history. A lady named Alice and her boyfriend moved in and lived there in the past. And on one day, Alice got caught cheating, and then the boyfriend shot her in the head. That situation is sad in itself, but people always leave this room, always feel at unease, and I can imagine they would because that's a lot of trap energy, a lot of bad trap energy. So, Katrina is going to stay there during the investigation. As far as Jack Osborne, he is staying in room 315, and the owner explains to the crew that one customer wanted to stay in the most haunted room in the hotel, so they gave him room 315. And he technically went insane, and he even cut himself and wrote "Help me" in blood all over the wall. And if that wasn't enough, he threw himself out the window. Now, this room had some poltergeist activity. Stuff has been thrown and tossed around. But that's not even the worst place in this hotel. The basement is probably the worst place. Josh, the owner's son / manager, explains the deviant behavior that took place down in the basement. Now, the history behind this basement is a guy named Charlie who drowned in a hot tub. And Josh, he warns us that if you go down there, you might get attached. Charlie might attach himself to a pretty lady, so Katrina better watch out. So everyone is down in the basement, and Josh is talking in Latin, and don't nobody know what he's saying or anything like that. But he said he did it to scare off the bad entities, and we find out that no one has really been down there in 20 years. And we also found out that Josh conjured up spirits in this hotel, and he admits to doing rituals and dark magic in room 315. And room 315 is Jack Osborne room. Wow. So my thing is, this hotel could be an energy vortex. It's just so much curious activity that's going on, and so many different stories, so many deaths, so many stories that just seem a little bit scrambled. And Josh's character seems a little dramatic. He made things feel unrealistic, and just the way he told things, I don't know. I just didn't like that dude for some reason. Anyway, during the first night of sleep, Jack Osborne slept with the lights on, and I don't blame him. They both wake up around 4 a.m. and the EMF detector keeps spiking during the night. Also, Katrina explained that she had dreams about murder. Coincidence? I think not. On day 2, they start an investigation, and Katrina communicates with the spirit named Alice, who was killed. She got words back like rape, which is very interesting. Katrina and her producer began to feel sick, and Katrina then tells the producer and cameraman that she was groped and touched during the night, which was very sexual, and I'm pretty sure she felt uncomfortable and very scary. And you remember if I told you what the ghost Charlie was doing, groping these women, that ghost. So that probably was Charlie doing that. And in room 315, Jack witnessed a temperature fluctuation. Next thing you know, we hear the floorboards creak, and Katrina joins Jack upstairs. And one thing that freaked me out about this was Katrina asked, "Who are you? Who are we talking to?" And the answer came back as Satan. After that, Katrina and the producer, who was a woman as well, went down in the basement. And I swear that basement looks just like the third act of the Conjuring movie. If you've seen the Conjuring movie, you know how creepy that basement was. Just scary and creepy as ever. But this is where we get some more evidence. And we get a little bit more backstory of what Josh has been going through. So we gotta see an anomaly, shadowy orb type figure captured, but we find out that Josh dated a girl who used black magic to control her family. Then he explains that the girl mother had his hair, and she said she seen a demonic figure with his head. So it's all kind of crazy stuff going on. Josh got himself into something really deep, and he may never be able to get out of it. Overall, this show was okay. I still think that the location wasn't strong enough for it to be a debut episode to get fans hooked. And I still think it's something missing. Like, I don't know whether it wasn't enough investigation or enough evidence, but it just felt like something was missing. However, I did like the setup and production of the show. The lighting, the mood, the atmosphere, everything was on point. It was great, and that's what I love when I watch these paranormal shows. And I'm looking forward to watching these future episodes. And yes, I will be reviewing new episodes weekly, so definitely be on the lookout for that. So let me know down below, what are your thoughts about this new show, Portals to Hell? Also, subscribe to my channel if you love my content and if you love the paranormal. Have a great day. Y'all be safe. Peace.